We are talking all things Days of Our Lives with our friends True O Brien and Casey Moss. Coming up next.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Why, hello, all of you Days of Our Lives fans. Welcome to AfterBuzz TV's Spotlight On, and we have the pleasure of having not one, but two fantastic cast members from Days of Our Lives.
Matthew Evan Paine and Mark J. Freeman.
Wrong and wrong.
Not us?
Yeah,
I didn't get that phone call.
No, I remember I said cast members.
Yeah.
of
Oh,
Days
okay.
of Our
Sorry, I
Lives.
think I was in a...
They kill the gays at days. Oh!
But
I went there.
we have Emmy Award-winning actress, Miss True O Brien. And JJ Deveraux, Mr. Casey Moss. And let me tell you, they came dressed to the nines,
Yeah,
they sure
and
did.
I suddenly looked at myself and I was like, whoa, for the first time, I feel so underdressed.
Yeah, I'm going to wear a t-shirt and a jacket today.
Well, I was like, Casey's gonna be here, he like rocks out and stuff. I was like, put on my badass t-shirt and my jeans, and then he steps out in like a three-piece suit, and I'm like, like, who are you?
Yeah. You both came straight from the Emmys, right?
Yes.
Straight from the studio.
Yes. Well, thank you guys for being here.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
And of course, you guys already know us. I'm Tony Moore, and we have
What are your
Ladies
names?
first.
Oh, me. Mark J. Freeman.
And Matthew Evan Paine.
Yeah, so now that that's out of the way, let's talk all things Days and also some other stuff that's not so Days related. So first off, because I don't think we've ever done this before.
No.
We've never really like gotten to someone's like personal life.
Buckle up,
details.
kids.
But
On camera.
on camera. But so many fans are fans of the fact that you two are dating and in a relationship, and they are so happy, and they're always like, oh, they're such a cute couple. Blah, blah, blah. So we have to be nosy and find out, how did these two lovebirds start?
True. Well,
Look at the love they have in their eyes for each other.
I'm like, tell us.
1 minute.
You start.
I remember the first time I saw her was the
Oh, it's gonna
testing
get all romantic.
the
now.
testing the testing rehearsal.
Yeah.
And actually, my first thought was, oh my God, she's absolutely beautiful, and her thought was, oh, this guy's a douchebag. I just got back from the gym.
He was like
and I
talking about working out. He's like, yeah, they're out.
Yeah.
And I'm like nervous, and I'm like, what?
That was several years ago. But I don't know. I thought she was really, really beautiful, and I continued to try to get her to be mine.
Oh, little wooing happened.
Yeah.
Yes.
Did you reject him at first?
Yes.
Yes.
I said,
Yes.
no, we work together. I want to be just friends.
Yeah.
I don't
but-
want it. This is, my job is important to me and everything, and I was
Yeah.
just starting out and getting the feel of everything. But
I didn't like that answer. I continue to keep pushing.
But he kept pushing.
Yeah.
But we were good friends for a long time.
Yeah.
So we got to know each other that way, which I think is always a good thing
Yeah.
from what
Friends
I've heard
first. Yeah.
from other people's experiences. And then finally I gave in.
Yeah.
I mean, look at this charm.
I mean, I feel like secretly, like, you went home and went to your girlfriends and was like, oh my God, I met this really cute guy. And like, I
I
totally...
did the same thing.
I actually thought you were talking to him for a second.
Casey went home and was like, dude, I totally met this hot chick.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, and then, so, when you guys are in a relationship and you're working with each other, and of course, you don't want the world to know, like, that maybe you're together or dating or whatever.
Yeah.
How is that for you guys, and what makes you then make that decision to go, okay, like, it's okay to kind of let the world in on this part of us?
I don't know. Well, the thing is, like, I like sharing, how positive we feel. You know what I mean? I think that's something to share. You know what I mean? And it's, when you're in love like we are, I feel like that needs to be shared.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
When did you start to tell people, co-stars, that you were in a relationship?
Oh, well, co-stars already knew.
People just caught on.
From the
They're like,
get-go.
yeah, you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
They're rolling their eyes at us. We're like, well,
It
we
was
tried. We tried not to be cliche, but come on.
Yeah.
I mean, it was obvious on set. But there was a couple of times where I wanted to post pictures, and we would talk and go, well, it's not that big of a deal, but it's like, let's just keep it private. But then it's like I like sharing what we have. So it makes me happy, and it's so special, I think.
Yeah.
Well, you guys are
like,
cute
why not?
together. Yeah. I love it. I love it. All right, well, let's get into some day stuff. Fine. I hope you guys are happy. We asked the question. And now we're gonna dive
I'm
into
jumping
that.
right in.
Go ahead.
When Paige had to slap JJ, that big crazy scene.
Oh, yeah.
How did you prepare to go off on this fine young gentleman?
Well, I not only had to slap him, I had to slap my mom. I think, too.
You did?
I think
Yeah.
so.
Oh, wow.
There was a lot of slapping that
there's
day.
a lot of technicality and a slap, let me tell you. It's not an easy thing. You're like, you get all nervous, you're like, too far, too close. You're like, but yeah, it was, you feel kind of a pressure in a sense because like the soap slap is such a renowned thing.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh my god, I'm at the point where I get to do this.
Yeah.
So it was nerve wracking, but when you're in the scene, it's quite easy.
Yeah.
With something like that.
And I like taking my slaps for real. Because you want to feel it. You
Right.
know what I mean? It's like whatever she's got, I'm gonna feel on my face.
I
So that's what's.
I did it
wound
once.
up,
I did it once, and then he was like, "Okay, I can't do that again."
Oh wow! It was so hard. I
I was like, "All right, I'm not gonna go easy on you."
I remember when Missy slapped me for a dream or some fantasy thing, and she slapped me and she cut me in the ear.
Oh,
really?
Yeah, and everyone's like, "That looked fake. That was real." It's like, yeah, that was absolutely real.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, that slap that you gave to JJ got my 3 Snaps award that week because
I wasn't even on the show, and I agree.
Well, because it was this moment of we've been waiting for Paige to find out that JJ had slept with your mom multiple times. And so we were just on the edge of our seats. And so when it finally happened and you come into this party and, it's like blah, 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 and then the cake's on the floor. And then for a second, you look like you were going to walk away and you're like, I don't have time for this. And then it was that moment where you were like,
No.
hell no.
I don't think so.
You wound up for that slap.
Yeah. And then it cut to
Suzanne Rogers was like,
No. It cut to was it Suzanne?
She grabbed her face. She was shocked.
It
might have been Misty too.
It cut to someone, and I remember the guy who plays Rory was Kevin. He was there too, and everyone's face was like, "Is that awkward moment of like, what do we do?" But I was like, yes, that gets my official 3 Snaps award because she thought about it. She said, you're not getting away with this.
Yeah.
I gotta say something.
Yeah, there you go.
Thank you. So with that, Paige definitely had an interesting run in Salem. Let's start at the beginning. How did you feel going into this role at Days? Because it was maybe like your first
I'd only
role,
done
right?
one small guest spot on a Disney show.
Yeah.
That was it. So I was so nervous.
Yeah.
So nervous.
Yeah.
He could testify to that.
It was cute.
He showed me quite a few of the ropes around set, and I felt like brand new because I worked on the sitcom layout, but Days is a whole other ball of wax.
Yeah.
It's a train that just doesn't stop going. You just hold on for dear life and hope you can put out your best work.
Casey, how long had you been on before she came on?
I think
A year?
a little over a year.
Okay.
Over a year.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he was a pro.
What was your audition process like, Casey?
Oh man, it was nerve-wracking. Well, I went in, did the testing. Did the audition, and Monty immediately gave me a call back right there. So I was really stoked about that.
Yeah.
And then I went to the callback, and I remember they were deciding whether they're going to test me or not. It was between me and one other guy. They didn't know. They decided to test me, and then I remember I was in Solvang, and they called. My manager called and said it's between you and one other guy. I'm like, oh, no way. And then I get a call 2 days later after the weekend and say, you booked Days. I'm like, I was so stoked.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, my first gig, man. It was crazy.
And did you know that did you know a lot about Days? What kind of a family you were coming in? It's not just a part on Days. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's actually, it's a pretty significant role.
Yeah.
I think. But I didn't, I would watch a little bit of it while I was going through the whole casting process, but I didn't want to really know too much.
Right. Right.
You know, because I wasn't even thinking about the whole Deveraux thing when I was testing, which is good.
Yeah.
Well, interesting enough, I actually met Casey like not his first day of taping, but you were going for a wardrobe fitting.
Yeah.
I was doing.
Didn't you show me where it was?
I did.
Yeah.
We walked together because I got there to do background work, and he was trying to figure out where the studio was, and I was like, oh, you know, it's right over here. I'm heading over there. And so I was like, oh, what do you do? Are you like background, or are you like, you know, under five? Like,
Is that when you smacked him?
he was like, oh no, like, you know, I'm a character on the show. I play JJ, and I was like, oh, JJ Deveraux? Oh,
like Jack Jr.?
Yeah, and I was like, oh, okay. Well, you know, wardrobe is over here. And he was like, okay, well, have a good one. Yeah. So it was a random meet.
And so, speaking, since we're talking about your family, and I might really enjoy Jack Deveraux on the show a little bit.
A little bit?
A little bit.
A lot
It's right up
bit.
there with Billy Flynn. So you have not worked with him like you haven't had scenes,
No, I
like
haven't.
scenes like that.
Yeah.
But so you really were. But I mean, I just think he should be back. I think I just kept every time I see you. And well, Kate's not on the show now, but you and Kate, and everything that you guys have been going through lately, I'm like, it would just take it to a whole nother level if Jack
would be
was
huge.
there.
Yeah.
It would be huge.
I just don't get why they won't do it.
I don't know.
Maybe they'll listen to you.
I don't, I don't know.
That's my ploy.
Yeah, it's your job. Come on.
I don't know. That would be really big, and that would be really cool. But I will say that I'm very, very happy with where the story is going right now.
Okay.
Very happy.
Okay.
When
I'll
did,
have to be satisfied.
Yeah. What storyline did you guys like enjoy that you've been a part of thus far? Like, what storyline were you just like, yes, like this is it. Like I get to really feel this right now.
Oh, okay.
When Paige finally found out.
Yeah.
Because that was like, because I mean, it was such a build up for you guys, but it was like a build up for me as an actress too, because I was like, it's gonna happen. Is it this week?
Yeah.
Right.
I'm kind of screaming. Is it this week?
Yeah.
And your stomach's in knots, and you're like, is it this week? Like, am I gonna have to go through this?
Yeah.
You know, but so that was probably the most for me.
That moment.
Yeah.
What about you, Casey?
The one I enjoyed the most,
Or the one
I
that
really
you felt like you can really add something to
Excited to
the
take it
character, and
on.
you're
Ooh,
like, yeah,
what I'm doing now.
yeah. Well, you can't tell us what you're doing now.
I'm really happy with what I'm doing now.
Yeah.
I'll just say that the character is a hell of a lot more mature.
Okay.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Well,
It's like I've been through this boy to man transition both in on the show and in real life.
Yeah.
So it's really different. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
And we definitely see a growth in JJ since he first appeared in Salem up until now. That
Yeah.
there's definitely this kind of growing period, and a part of that has to do with Paige coming in and kind of getting
Taming
you out
the
of
beast
like
a little bit.
like that little boy who sold drugs and all that, and
Yeah.
suddenly
Yeah.
wanted to do good for this.
I just
pretty
wish
girl.
it was.
Just failed miserably.
I wish it was explored a lot more.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Was it weird to you at all? It was a little bit weird. I'm speaking for myself, but it was weird for me as a viewer when they kind of developed the storyline of JJ becoming a cop. All of a sudden, it was like he was he was going to the academy, and then 3 days later he was a cop, and then it seems like sometimes even now there's like a line of questioning JJ will do with people where it's like he's almost like detective-esque. Do you think that's strange at all, or that development of storyline?
Well, the whole detective-esque thing is something that I think has worked out.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll see where that goes.
Okay.
See, I feel like it's coming.
Okay.
Like
Yeah.
it'll
Okay.
be explained. Soon.
All right.
Yeah.
It's coming.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you
yeah.
What do you mean by that, though? I'm interested because you say that it's kind of more detective-esque.
The
What do you-
progression.
Well,
The progression.
he'll ask questions to people. Like you're trying to, rather than a cop who will show up and arrest somebody.
Right.
There's kind of a line of questioning that JJ will do, like Chad, for instance, and
There's a lot of
obviously,
Yeah.
right. And it almost seems like I think that a detective is the one who would ask questions as opposed to a police officer. Like when a police officer shows up on a scene, normally they'll get like the rundown of what happened and then kind of pass it off to a detective.
Right.
And I feel like
exactly.
JJ's always kind of more of an investigator than just
Yeah.
someone who will put you in cuffs.
I feel like they did that on purpose because
Okay.
they want to progress the character into something that's not just a cop.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I just thought it was like a rapid progression of the character. I mean, he was interested, and then all of a sudden he was graduating the academy, and it seemed like it happened in 3 weeks.
And it took me by surprise too. But I will tell you that what's filming right now is I think I'm so much more comfortable with, and it's based in reality.
Oh, okay,
It's
great.
unbelievable.
Oh, great.
It's all good.
Yeah.
So we have to talk about the whole necktie killing storyline.
No.
Because it kicked off, Paige was the second victim of the necktie killer. But for you, True, as an actress, did you have any idea that your character was gonna be one of the what was the mood on set when the whole necktie killer storyline started happening?
I had a heads up.
Yeah.
They were nice enough to give me a heads up.
Yeah.
And I prepared and everything, and it's really bittersweet.
Yeah.
It's really awful saying goodbye because it is such a family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Such a family.
Yeah.
And to just, first to just, and then all of a sudden you're not there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then he's going every day. No.
Yeah.
Like,
The killing,
no.
the killing of Paige was breathtaking in the worst possible way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was disgusting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was so sweet and innocent and good, and when
Yeah.
you kill someone like that, it just makes your stomach.
Yeah.
They got really into the discovery of these people and the murders. Like they weren't just like all of a sudden dead. Like they walked through the apartment and they like found your dead body, and like you got to see Ben murder Will. I just think it's
I think Paige and Will were the two
gruesome murders.
the ones that we were just like, oh no.
So I don't want to watch that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was I was like dreading doing that because I'm like, oh god, it does seem it's like another first. Everything, so many firsts.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
On
Yeah.
that show, but it was like, oh god. But it was actually a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun because your adrenaline starts going and you feel like how you would feel in that situation, and it was a lot of fun. But
Yeah.
the choreography too and stuff was fun with the guy, and he's like, you can hit me however hard you want. I'm like, cool.
You were like, I'm going to, just ask Casey.
I'm like, awesome.
I don't
we're
hold
set.
back.
So
Well,
it was a lot of fun to shoot, but it was awful when he found me.
Yeah.
Awful.
Here's the thing. There was a lot of things that I questioned. I wish I would have taken that a little bit more by the balls, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But it's like when the cops come in and I'm still in the room with her dead body sitting there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I feel like someone would have been removed.
Yeah, right,
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
So it was crazy. There was so much going on.
Mm-hmm.
It was just it was really difficult to
How
process.
Casey? How did you find out that she was leaving? She told you, or
Yeah,
Yeah.
we were seeing each other at that point,
Yeah.
and I went in the dressing room, and she just told me. It was like, oh
okay.
shit.
Yeah.
Now,
But-
I've been saying for a while, I feel like daytime in years past, they bring people back from the dead.
Right.
Like, they'll just stand in a doorway, or they'll be, like, peering in on the lives of the people that they left prior. People are because I've said it a couple times, I think it might not be over, really, for Paige. I don't necessarily think it's over for Will. I think they're two pretty integral characters on Days of Our Lives. If you were asked to come back to Days of Our Lives, would you come?
I would think about that.
Ooh.
I'd take a while and I'd think about that.
Yeah.
I'm not someone who's rash.
yeah.
Oh, that's good.
My dad taught me that.
There you
Yeah.
That's good.
Hi,
That's
Dad.
good. Well, Casey,
You did good.
No wonder it took her forever because she didn't want to make a rash decision.
That's
she was
right.
like, I gotta cool it out with this boy
That's
before.
true.
I,
It's
yeah.
like-
Exactly.
Yeah. She's like, I gotta figure him
I'd
out.
think about it. I'd think about
Because
it.
I
That's good.
jump into I make decisions like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I jump into things.
We kind of
and
balance each other out
Yeah.
a little bit.
Yin and yang.
Yeah.
I like
very
that.
yin and yang.
Now,
But I would love to though.
Yeah.
Like I love working with everybody there.
Yeah. I know the one thing, two things we hated as far as that scene was the fact that you were killed, but the fact that you were killed in those shoes.
Oh, here we go again. Oh my god.
Who chose the shoe?
My
Yeah.
mom listened to you guys and she's like, oh, and they talked about your shoes. And it was hilarious. I've got to watch it.
I mean, it's one of those things
These are
where
the
it's
things.
like,
Literally
See, I'm not paying
just
attention
today-
to there's a dead body. I'm like, really, those shoes?
those
Yeah.
shoes.
No,
Yeah.
but today I'm like, oh, I gotta look good. I gotta wear some nice shoes. I'm like, I better look good head to toe.
And you look amazing.
You do look
amazing.
But it's one of those things where it's like, if that's gonna be the last thing we see of Paige, the least you can do is just give her like a cute pair of shoes.
What kind of shoes would you?
See, I was thinking that. I was thinking that too. I was like, well, what kind of shoes?
Yeah.
You know, if I had such an issue with the shoe, why?
She could have been in her socks for all I care. She was in her apartment.
No,
you don't want her
not socks.
She's
but like
too cute for that.
Or bare feet.
Or bare feet.
Yeah.
Bare could have been great. You would have had to have an amazing pedicure,
Pedicure,
though.
which I have no
And
blood
right
pressure.
color.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
yeah. But I would have thought, because she played a college girl, maybe a sensible wedge.
A sensible wedge, or I wouldn't even mind like a boot.
Yeah.
Like a little boot.
A boot.
Little
Yeah.
booty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Paige wore a lot of booties
I mean,
on
yeah.
that show.
Yeah.
But like,
Casey, aren't you glad you came?
yeah.
So glad.
Yeah. Yeah.
You completely checked out. You were like,
Yeah.
You're like,
They're like shoes. but-
Football,
what is
baseball,
it?
basketball. We got him back. We got him back. We got him back. All right.
But I do feel like the character of Paige should have lasted much longer than it did, because then after that, Eduardo came in and,
Yeah.
and all that,
So
and,
much.
and I'm just like,
Yeah.
there's so much that
Yeah.
could have happened.
we don't
Yeah.
know.
And it's like,
I
it's like
know.
hashtag missed opportunity.
And as an actress, I was so interested to find out where Paige was gonna go.
Yeah.
because
She
you
was
thought
really-
that you were going somewhere.
Well,
Yeah.
really, it was just like the grieving process that was just happening, and then all of a sudden, bye.
Yeah.
Was
right.
there anyone on the cast that you did not get to work with that you wanted to?
Christian Alfonso.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
among many.
Yeah.
She had a terrible pair of shoes on a couple weeks ago. The heels were like this big.
Really?
It's honestly, it's
We watch-
it's
we watch
things that
shoes.
we pay attention to everything on that show.
Yeah.
We really do.
My mind wanders sometimes, so I'm like, what are they wearing? I was going to ask you both about working with Cassie De Pineva. Because you both were lucky enough to get to work with her, and she is a big fan of us.
She
so.
is. Shout out to Cassie.
Shout out to Cassie.
Cassie.
But if you guys want to talk, because I know everybody's asking about working with her, and what that was like.
Yeah.
And rumor has it she's going to be coming back for a little bit,
She's coming back.
So.
You should be coming back.
right?
Floating around.
See what happens.
Just kind of. They should do that. You know what they should do? They should stop just like
I thought they were
making.
gonna do like a haunting, like Paige would just show up and
Yeah.
haunt him
Yeah.
and like freak him out. I thought that's what they were gonna do for a while.
Oh, that would be great. But I would rather, instead of them just like appearing, like, I don't know, have them float in or something.
Yeah?
You know what I
Okay.
mean? Like, let's get a little stunt happening.
I mean,
Little winds.
Jack's been reappearing.
Or
so.
like fly in something, something dramatic.
Yeah.
Like, the doors open on that, like, dark and stormy night, and they just come like
Spirit.
swooping.
I think it's pretty safe
and
to
land.
say if Tony, Matt, and Mark were running days, it would be a very different.
It would be totally different. You
be a
would be
completely
shirtless like
different
nine times out of 10.
Yeah.
He's like, nope, don't need to go to wardrobe. Just keep going.
Yep.
All
Yeah.
right, and we got
Yeah.
new shoes for you.
Yeah.
Paige.
Here are your jeans, Casey. Have a good scene.
Completely different show. Yes.
Sorry, we cut you off as we were
Sorry.
talking about
What was the
Cassie.
question?
Cassie De Pineva.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cassie.
Oh, I was so lucky.
Yeah.
From the minute we met each other, we clicked, and it was so easy to create our relationships with each other as characters, and also just in real life. And she's so sweet, and she knows so much, and
Yeah.
she helped me so much and guided me through so much, and I'm so thankful to her because I wouldn't be where I am today without her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The tension between Eve and Paige was so good.
Yeah.
The build up
I've-
to
I've-
I watched the scene where when she hugged her, then grabbed the back of her head.
Yeah.
And when you grab the back, I'm like, God, that was so gnarly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's intense.
For a while,
Good job, babe.
for a while, I nicknamed you Angry Paige.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Paige was,
angry Paige.
Paige
yeah.
was
Angry for a while.
Like,
Yeah.
like every scene was like she was angry.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I was like, ooh, Angry
was
Paige.
angry.
Be careful of
Paige.
Angry Paige, because she
Come
was the sweet one. You
Yeah.
always have to be careful of the sweet ones. They get the maddest.
Yeah.
That's what I keep
That's
telling
why I
these
was
two.
like, oh, what's gonna go down? Is she gonna like become a stripper? Like lose
Yeah.
her stuff? Like what is
Yeah.
gonna happen?
He's like, I don't mind that
somebody
idea.
who's so
Gotta take a break from work sometime.
somebody who's so innocent has such an
Yes.
innocent idea of the world, and to have that, and who's such a good person, and then to just have that it's like the floor giving out underneath you. Like,
Yeah.
you don't know what's up and what's down.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's why I was excited to see what was going to happen.
Yeah.
And then you had
You were, too.
Missy as Jennifer, who was
Yes.
more of a mother figure
Yes.
than Eve ever was.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yes.
How was it working with her?
So sweet.
Mhm.
She cut your ear too?
No, she's so nice.
Just curious. It's a legit question,
She's a
people.
sweetheart, and she's such a mother.
Yeah.
Such
Yeah.
a mom.
She's
Yeah.
such a mother. You know, she just has that, and it's a joy to work with her.
Yeah.
Casey, what was it your reaction when you got the script that you were sleeping with Paige's
Eve?
mom?
Oh no, we were talking. We were walking out, and somebody told us like,
Is that
oh,
how it happened?
Yes, somebody was
Okay.
like, oh, I think this is what's gonna happen. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
And he's like,
All right. Yeah. Like, oh wow, they're going there. Okay.
and then when we actually saw it paper, we're like,
Wow.
Wow.
We're
Yeah,
shocked.
we get drunk. I remember that first scene.
Yeah.
I get drunk. I'm like, it's so beautiful. And I love her face.
Uh-huh.
Oh, every time there was a glass
that
of
whole
wine, we
storyline.
knew
Yeah.
something was going to It's like, oh, here comes the wine. Oh, they're doing it again.
Yeah. But we talked a little bit before we went on air that like that first time, and I think we were right there 100% when it happened. We were like, it was believable. Like I could see they were both in a bad place.
Right.
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
definitely gonna happen.
Chaos.
Now whether it would happen 6 or 7 times,
That was beyond
it's a whole
us.
other story.
I know.
But
That's just
I
chemistry.
was there. I didn't mind it. I didn't mind it at
Yeah.
all. Really.
I can't remember how I felt about. I tell you what I do remember is when Jennifer walked in
Yes.
on you, and that
Oh, do you know in that scene, because I was in my boxers,
Yeah.
her heel actually hit me right there. And we had to take a break. And I had to just sit down for a second to catch my breath.
well, yeah, because she did a leap into that bed.
Yeah,
I felt like I was going to throw up that entire scene.
Oh,
It
yeah.
was-
Yeah. It's such
that
a.
was great.
And that was a long
That was
scene.
a-
I
Yeah.
stayed and watched that when they were shooting it, and I'm just like,
Oh, I know, right?
Yeah. No,
You
I
kinda
was,
sit there
I
like-
was the moment I think we were all waiting for.
Yeah.
As much as we liked the Paige and it was that moment of Jennifer and
because they're rivals.
and Eve that
Correct.
and knowing that she slept. Oh man,
I
was
can't
so-
even imagine.
I was like, I just open the door. Go get her.
Yeah. Well, and then, with that, you're forgetting about your favorite character.
Jack or Billy?
No, Roxanne.
Oh, Roxanne. Oh, don't even get me started about Roxanne.
So the girl who played your friend.
Yeah.
Like when she came on.
I was Team Roxanne.
Yeah.
I couldn't
Yeah.
believe it. I was like, who is this girl?
People like that.
I
Yeah. Was
she
loved
the girl
her.
with the
I
red
loved you
lipstick?
guys to get, huh?
Was she the girl with the red lipstick?
I don't know.
No, she was
had
kinda-
the
She was
dark
only on
hair.
for like a couple weeks.
No,
right?
she was
Yeah.
pretending
Like
to
a-
be.
She was like
his-
ethnic looking.
Yeah.
Dark
Yeah.
long hair.
Yeah.
Adriana Manfredi.
Is that her name?
That's
Yeah.
her name.
Yeah.
Because I kept looking her up on Twitter. She finally has a Twitter.
Probably because
I
of
loved
you.
it. I was so pissed that they got rid of her. I thought it would be a great, like, once the
Little
whole Eve thing was
triangle?
done with Paige and her, because I don't know, I really liked it.
I
Yeah,
don't
it
even
was-
remember her.
I
Who
was-
was she?
There could have been so many
Her.
different ways it could have gone. Because
Yeah.
it was on,
Yeah,
and then
that's
like,
her.
and then we find out that Gabby's Paige's half sister,
Yeah.
and then all that comes into it's like
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so much. Oh.
And you also had a thing with Teresa,
For a while,
which
Yeah.
was Eve's
I
sister.
like that storyline.
I did too, and they killed that way
was a
too
good
quickly.
storyline.
I know it was so good too, especially with when we were drinking that shit and she passed out. Excuse my language.
No, that's fine. You can say passed out.
And you didn't really have a ton of scenes true with Jen Lily, did you?
No, no.
You should have. Those would have been
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, it would have been great. Towards the end, it was. I think I worked with her a little bit more,
Yeah.
but yeah.
It's hashtag missed opportunities.
Yeah.
Because she could have been like the cool aunt for you. You know,
Totally.
the kind of
well,
like
yeah.
she could have.
maybe. And
She would
were-
have. She would have probably destroyed me before.
Well,
Yeah. Oh, that's
JJ
true.
and my mom had a
Paige
chance
was,
to.
at that time, Paige was way too sophisticated for Teresa. Teresa was a
Yeah.
Yeah.
Teresa
Teresa
was such a
was.
sweet girl, and she was so
There's
bad.
two
Yeah.
different levels.
Completely.
Yeah.
Completely.
Well, because of your amazing work on Days, you won a little award little something.
Just a little something.
But before we get into that, let's take a look at that pivotal moment of when you won this year's Daytime Emmy. Go ahead.
Volume.
That we have here.
Is that sound on?
Is the sound on, Steve?
He's adjusting it.
Maybe.
Oh,
Oh.
wow.
He may have to start it back. It's totally fine. But
Technical difficulties.
Yes.
Stand by.
and we had just covered the Emmys,
Right.
the Daytime Emmys that day, and we were actually there when you won. And I remember sitting there going, "Oh my God, yes!" and then I felt weird because like I was like way in the back, but like I felt like I was like the one that was like really clapping for everyone, and then I got really loud like I was like your mom or something. I was like, "Oh my God, yes, she won! She won!" And then I like whipped out my phone and I was like video. I was like, what am I doing? I'm just like. It was such a great moment.
That's
like I was so
awesome.
happy for you.
What was
So-
the thought that crossed your mind when they called your name?
I knew it.
No. That's probably him. That's what he was thinking. No, I was just like, no way. And it's like, oh. And then you have to like get your stuff together. And actually like
Yeah.
pull yourself together. It's such a. Well,
So
I
you
do
weren't
great.
expecting the win at all.
No, it was my first nomination. I'd only been on the show for a year and a half.
Yeah.
I mean, I had left the show at that point. I hadn't even been shooting the show for
Yeah.
A year.
a year.
Oh my.
So I was like,
Wow.
I mean, no. And then it was just like, yes. And I'm like, what?
Where's your Emmy?
My Emmy?
Where is it?
It's by our couch.
Oh, okay.
Yes, it's on the side table.
Yes.
Oh wait,
Right.
take it back, Steve, to when they announce her to 3807. Yeah, that moment. Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Here we
'Cause
go.
You got to hear the name and everything. All right, here we
I think
go.
my stomach dropped.
Let's relive this moment.
To the challenge, delivering moving and compelling performances. Let's take a look
You
at the
had a dog?
nominees.
I don't even remember the
I don't remember a dog either.
I don't either.
So sad.
Rain Edwards as Nicola Vamos.
So like as this was going on, like how are you feeling? Like
Hunter King as Summer
I was like, what? I was like, well, first of all, I was like, this came up so fast. I'm like, how are we already to this point?
Yeah.
as Paige Larson, Days of Our Lives, NBC.
Oh, so good.
As Allie Forrester, The Bold and the Beautiful, CBS.
even I was sitting there like
Brooklyn Ray Sills
Aw.
Oh, yeah, she's so cute.
General
so cute.
ABC.
All right.
Here we go.
And the Emmy goes to True O Brien as Paige Larson, Days of Our Lives, NBC.
I told him, I said, if I win, you're going up with me. Checking him up. And that's my mom.
Just grab me.
Yeah, she's like, come on.
I'm like, he's like,
That's so
fine.
cute.
And I wanted Cassie to come up too. She's like, no. I'm like, yes.
It has to be a very wonderful but nerve-wracking experience at the same time, right?
Yes.
So exciting.
Look at the proud boyfriend.
Oh God, here we go. I'm so. I don't even know how to talk right now. I saw somebody else use their phone. I want to thank so many different people. I had to write them down. I was last minute because I wasn't expecting for this to happen. I want to thank my family, my mom, my dad, my brother, the cast and crew, all the directors who worked so hard and were such great collaborators. I want to thank my loving boyfriend in real life, boss. And my amazing on-screen mom, Cassie De Pineva, who taught me so much about acting and about life, and I love them, and I'm forever indebted to them. I want to thank my management. I want to thank Albert and Greg Mang, and Bruce and Ken Corday, and thank you so much to the Academy. And I'll stop talking now so you all can enjoy your evening.
Enjoy your evening.
That was such a great moment. Like,
You feel like you're in a dream.
yeah,
It's really weird. It goes by so fast. You feel like you're in a dream. And I saw somebody else with the phone, and I was like, oh, she used her phone. Okay, so like on the off chance that I do win, I should probably just type a couple things out, a couple names that I would blank on otherwise.
Yeah.
So
You were doing that at your at the table?
Yeah, because I was like, oh, on the off chance that would happen, so.
That was such an amazing moment.
That's great.
Yay! And
I love that you two are holding hands, by the way.
Oh.
How cute are you? I'm about to pull up a chair and hold your hands, too.
Well, I know that you guys, you fans who are watching live, are probably very anxious right now to give us a call in the studio with your questions or comments for True and Casey. So we are going to open our phone lines so that you guys can give us a call here. You can call 424-253-0749. Again, that's 424-253-0749. Give us a call with your question or comments for Casey and True while they're here. All right, so True, since you have won your Emmy and post days, like what have you been up to since then?
I shot Oprah. Yeah. I shot Oprah and Ava DuVernay, who did Selma a couple years ago, and that got a lot of Oscar. It was nominated and everything. They created a new show called Queen Sugar that's based off of a novel. It was on Oprah's book club list, and it's a family drama about kind of going back to your roots. And I shot a little guest star on it. Got picked up straight to season, so I did a guest star for a couple episodes on it, and that premieres in September.
Oh, nice.
So I'm very excited for that, and I'm very excited to see how that came out.
That's on OWN?
Yes.
Yeah.
Did you get a chance to meet Oprah?
I didn't.
No.
But I met Ava. So that was pretty cool.
And
I was like...
and Greg Vaughn actually is in that
Greg
as
Vaughn
well.
is
Did you know
in it,
that?
too. I didn't see him while I was there. I don't think
Did
he
you
was
know that?
shooting at the
No,
time
but-
that I was.
That he was on the show?
Yeah,
But-
he's on that show
Call
too.
yourself a fan.
I was in the makeup trailer and they had his picture up. I'm like, yeah, I know him. I worked with him. Yeah, we're part of D's family.
And of course, many fans have tweeted us and let us know, and I've seen this for myself. You're currently in a Ross commercial as well.
Yes.
Super cute. Makes me want to go to Ross and redecorate my house on a budget, because I'm on a budget. Like I can't afford. Like IKEA's too much. Like I gotta keep it cute. Yeah. So
It's actually my second Ross commercial.
really.
Yeah, I did another one, and it was like me and my mom, and
Yeah.
I changed outfit a million times, and I don't even think I saw that one either.
Well, listen. Yeah, there's no way you can't see that, because this one pops up all the time.
I fast forward
Yeah,
through commercials
yeah.
though, so it's rare that I would
too.
see it.
Well, it
That's
was
understandable.
for me. It was
You know what I mean?
it was really random, because like I was sitting there and I was looking. I was like, "Gosh, that girl looks familiar." I was like, "Where?" I was like, "Oh, that's true."
Yeah.
So yeah, I was very happy to see you on there.
Yeah,
So
that was
congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Oh, and we have some phone calls, so let's get into those.
All right.
Hello, caller. Welcome to
All
AfterBuzz
right.
TV's Spotlight On. You're on live. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hi, Tony. It's Cheryl.
Hey, Cheryl. How are you?
I'm good. Hi, Casey. Hi, True.
Hi,
Hello.
Cheryl.
Cheryl is one of our many devoted fans, and we're always happy when she calls in. So, Cheryl, do you have a question or comment for True or Casey?
My biggest question right now is for Casey. What the heck does the tattoo on your hip say?
Oh.
Same thing I asked him.
Okay.
And
so,
can we see it?
Sure.
Well, we have.
Yeah,
put
it's up there
The
for everyone to
picture
see.
that I sent you, Steve, and you can put that up now if you want.
Well, it means Riffo, RYFFO. And I'm a fan of stupid tattoos. You know, I don't like to take myself too seriously.
Okay.
So it means rock your effing face off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay.
It brings a new meaning to being naked.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. As you are in this photo
By Brad Young.
Yes. Yes.
Which has been all over the Twitter sphere.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a photo.
So does that
You're
mean-
welcome, guys. You're welcome.
Wait,
You were our Paige's Saturday Night Sizzler, and that's the picture that was used.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that sounds real hot.
I like that.
All right.
Yeah.
Saturday Night
Appropriate.
Sizzler.
Appropriate.
Very nice. Well, Cheryl, thank you so much.
True, congrats on the Emmy.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
I still think they should bring Paige back.
Me too.
Oh, Thank you. That means
Yes.
a
She
lot.
needs to interrupt that Gabby JJ thing. I'm not all that happy with that.
It's like my mom, my aunt, my half sister. It's like
Yeah.
I like to keep it in the family.
He's
Yeah.
like making his rounds with the family. It's a good thing
Yeah.
Adriana's dead.
I know.
Or Ariana, I mean.
Can you imagine if like Paige came in as a ghost and was like, "What are you doing?"
Excuse me.
Like he opens the door like, and she's like, "Excuse you."
Well,
It's gone.
if Paige came back, she'd have a lot of scores to settle. I think that if they did bring her back, they should bring her back with a vengeance. With
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
Angry
chip on her
Paige.
shoulder. Yes.
Paige Larson. Yeah.
Really good.
Pitchfork.
Right. Cheryl, any other last minute questions or comments?
Not at all. I just wanted to say thanks. Casey, maybe tell us where we can see his band if he's still involved in that.
There's more to discuss with that project, but I'll have the news shortly. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. We'll
But
be
I will
listening.
let you know. Awesome. Thank you.
Thanks, Cheryl, for calling
All right.
in.
Thank you.
Bye, Cheryl.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
And let's take this next caller. Hello, caller. Welcome to AfterBuzz TV Spotlight On. You are on live with Casey and True. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hi, it's Carolyn Topol from Connecticut.
Hey, Carolyn. Oh my gosh, Carolyn, thank you so much Carolyn has been like tweeting, retweeting, blogging, posting,
awesome. Wow.
like Dishin Days and this interview like all day today. I had to
you.
take a minute and go, thank you so much, Carolyn. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
That was very sweet of you.
Of course.
That was very sweet. Well, I think you guys are terrific.
Well, thank you very much.
Oh, thank you.
Drink to Deveraux.
And as far as for Casey and True, first of all, it's a pleasure to see you both here on the show. It's great to have such terrific young people on.
Thank you.
So thank you for joining and letting us all get to chat with you.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
Actually, I had a kind of a funny personal question I was asking in the chat room. True, my daughter is a huge fan.
Oh.
And she was so upset when they killed off your character. She just was totally upset, like she was, like, I don't want to look at Days and all this stuff. Could you send a shout out to Jen Molinari?
Jen Molinari?
Yeah, that's her name.
That's the name. Hi, Jen Molinari. Thank you so much for your love and support, and I'm happy I got to be on the show while I could, and I'm sorry I didn't get to keep giving you more storylines. But
Well, I tell you, I'm a firm believer. I've been watching soaps for decades. I'm a firm believer in bringing back the dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a firm believer.
Well, listen, so are soaps. So
Yes,
yeah,
indeed.
yeah.
I didn't know
You're
it
in the
was
right
possible,
genre.
but I actually think you're sweeter than Paige. I think True is sweeter than Paige.
Oh, I'm out. Oh, no.
Well, thank you, Carolyn, for calling in as always, and thank you so much for all your support. We really appreciate it.
Always. Thank you
Thank
guys
you,
for
Caroline.
being the show.
Thank
I'm
you.
so great.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
And we'll take this next caller. Hello, caller. Welcome to AfterBuzz TV Spotlight On. You're on live with True and Casey. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hi, this is Lisa from Georgia.
Hey,
Hi,
Lisa
Lisa.
from
Hi,
Georgia.
Hello, Lisa.
How are you?
I am great. How are y'all?
We're doing great.
Great.
Do you have a question or comment for Casey or True?
I sure do. I just wanted to know how it was to work with Cassie with that moment when, y'all had to say goodbye. Each other when she, because I actually lost a daughter myself, so I know that would have to be hard to watch.
I'm
So,
sorry.
So the question was, how was that final moment?
When Eve was standing over Paige and having to say goodbye to her.
Yeah.
Oh. It
That
makes
was a heartbreaking moment.
Yeah, it makes me emotional right now.
Sorry to bring it up, yes.
Oh, it's
No,
fine.
I'm sorry for your loss. That was an intense scene, and she gave her full heart to it, and it was so difficult to stay still when somebody is just heartbroken.
Yeah.
And,
I can only imagine.
yeah, it was very difficult, and it was heartbreaking, and I wanted
like
to just,
Casey said, it's probably hard for him to even see you like that too, even for pretending. Yes.
Yeah.
yeah, it was just seeing those. It was just awful. It was awful.
You definitely deserve that award, and so do you, Casey.
Well, thank you
Oh,
very
thank
much.
you. He's on his way next year. He's gonna get it.
I'll give a shout out to Angela and Brandon for me, please. from
Angela
Georgia.
and Brandon?
Yes.
All right. Hello, Angela and Brandon.
We hope that you'll come in Georgia one day, and we know you're part of the Starstruck fan.
Yes, talk to Paul and Keith about that. We'll see if we can do something.
Yeah.
So you can come with them, True. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, thank you, Lisa, for calling in, and thank you for your support.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, speaking of the Starstruck fan event, you guys will be attending a new event that they just announced,
Yes.
right? In New Orleans.
New Orleans on November 5th and 6th.
Yes.
So, yeah, tickets are on sale on the website. I believe it's Star Trek Fan Events.
Starstruck Fan Events. Shout out to Paul and Keith.
They're in the chat. Hi,
They're in the
guys.
chat. Hey, Paul and Keith. So you guys make sure you support that event and go and meet True and Casey along with Guy and
Billy and Robert. So yes,
I knew I wasn't gonna say.
Please come support us and buy the tickets.
Yes.
If you see Mark anywhere near the event,
I'll be hiding in the bushes with a bottle of
Security.
tequila.
Security.
Newspaper.
I know the way to my man's heart.
I'm sorry, I interrupted you. Do you have a question?
Oh, no, I didn't have a question. I just was going to say that at the Daytime Emmy Awards red carpet, I had an opportunity to talk to Cassie about the performance that was just mentioned from the last caller and how emotionally raw she got to play that. Yeah. And I asked her if she had to, how she channeled all the emotion. And I think pretty much the answer is, without her saying it, like, she's a brilliant actor.
Yeah.
That was all acting. She channeled nothing from real life experience. I just think it was so moving, and for you to be her co-star and see it firsthand,
and also the connection and the chemistry they had too was so just pure and raw. So like even when it was mentioned, before it was even filmed, like she would start crying. Really emotional. So
Yeah.
I just for some reason I just wanted True to like lay there and just go, "Oh no, it's okay."
That is what I wanted to do the whole time, and I couldn't do that. I was like, I just want to hug them. I just want to hug them and say it's okay, and I'm alive. And it's like, no, Paige is dead.
For now.
All right, let's take a couple of more calls before it seems like we're kidnapping True and Casey. Hello, caller. You are on live on AfterBuzz TV. Spotlight on. What's your name and where are you calling from? Hello? Someone's watching a lot of TV.
Someone just didn't hang up.
Okay. Hello? All right, let's try the next caller. Hello, caller. Welcome to AfterBuzz TV Spotlight On. You're on live with True and Casey. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hey, everybody. It's Jamel calling from New York City.
Well, hey, Jamel.
Hello, how you doing?
I'm doing good, thank you. I'm enjoying the show. I'm enjoying all the callers. And hi, True and Casey.
Hello.
Hi. Well, you know what? I have to say, I'm a red-blooded gay man, and usually I'd be looking straight at Casey. But tonight I have to say, well, on this show I do. But I have to say, True, you are a beautiful woman, and you look stunning tonight. You look absolutely beautiful.
It's okay. That happens when we go to restaurants. It's like, oh, hello. And it's like, can I get my water refilled?
I know that you're a beautiful lady, and I know that you're going to do, a lot of wonderful things. But, that performance that everybody's talking about, it broke my mother's heart, broke my heart, too. And I was just so sad that I miss you on the show. I do. I think that, with everything that happened with the cast, with the people from ABC, Daytime, and everybody else that was there, it felt like, as soon as it got good, the people either left town, they got killed off. So I don't think it was a shock that a lot of the Emmys, paid attention to the things that you, Casey, Cassie, and also Missy Reeves, which I did. It was amazing, their whole journey. So I think that the Emmy people, they just couldn't deny it. It was a pretty strong storyline, and it wasn't too crazy. It was simple, and I loved it.
At least we had someone come out on top, the Emmy.
You guys all came on top with me. That's why I wanted to drag them up on stage with me. I'm like, you guys this is yours too. So.
Yeah. So I was going to ask you, too. I guess everybody already asked you, because I love Cassie De Pineva. I met her one time here in New York City, and she was, like everybody said, she was just as sweet as pie. I went up to her and said, "Oh, my God, it's Blair." And she just was holding my hand, and we were talking, sweet lady. But you erased everything pretty much about her. But when the scenes came up, where you had this more intense scenes, whether did she ever give you tips, or did you lean on her, or what was it like to really get into the headspace of being that intense when you had to do it? Watching her career, she's always sort of done that with the other co-stars, and I love that y'all had that moment where you had to really be, no holds bar.
Where we went head to head.
Yeah, where the reveal came out that that the character slept with your boyfriend, and you was in an apartment, and you said you never forgive her, and it was good. It was classic soap. I loved it, and I was wondering if you leaned on her, or was any tips or anything that you?
Yeah, no, she helped me through that a lot. Yeah, she gave me a few pointers and a few tips to help me, and yeah, she did. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, Jamal,
it paid off because it just came to the screen. And I think that you got a big career. And if you can't get on Days of Our Lives, hopefully you can go to Younger Wrestlers. Anyway, I just want to see you on the screen. You were wonderful. I loved you, and I miss you on daytime. I do.
Me too. Oh, thank you. That means so much.
Yeah. Thank you, Jamal, for calling in and always supporting us here on the show.
You know what? I can't just. I love it. On Sunday, I come into watch YouTube, and I see you all talk about Days, which I love. Yeah. And I have problems like Mark. I love Mark on his rants. I'll be right with him.
There are a lot of rants.
Wait till today. I got quite a bit to say today.
Oh boy.
Yes. But I love the show, and thank you to everybody. And thank you.
Thank you.
Jamal. Okay.
All right. Bye. I was in the chat because I was looking for a fan to see if they were going to call in or not, and I got a look at True, and I'm like, you look good.
We can see on our monitor.
We can watch the live
What do you mean?
monitor.
What do you mean?
I don't know. Like I was looking, I was like,
what do I look like?
Gorgeous. You both are beautiful.
You're like Casey.
Wait,
but,
you look gorgeous, okay?
Yeah.
We all know.
But it's like,
that's history.
Like all of a sudden, I was like, she looks very like model-esque, like very like statuesque.
Can I see?
Yeah. See?
Damn.
Right? Yeah. Oh, I see. I feel like I started something.
And he was just looking at himself.
I'm so lucky. I'm so
like,
lucky.
Yeah, really.
I'm so lucky.
No, I'm like.
How long have you guys been in a relationship?
How long have we been in a relationship?
Going on 2 years now.
We're coming up on 2 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes.
Time flies.
It's getting serious.
Time does fly.
Looks like I'm gonna have to perform a certain song to give a certain message to somebody.
Maybe.
Yeah.
You don't have to give any messages out.
Oh, thanks, man.
All right, so let's take one more caller, and then we're gonna wrap things up. So we'll take this last caller. Hello, caller. Welcome to AfterBuzz TV Spotlight On. You're on live with Casey and True. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hi, this is Christian from Oregon.
Hello,
Hi,
Christian from
Christian.
Oregon. How are you?
Hi. I'm doing great. Actually, I have a question for Casey.
Okay. Go ahead.
What is up with him and Chad? I thought it would be a fifth.
Oh, what is...
I understand that Abigail went through a lot, but but I don't think it should be too hard on Chad,
I agree.
Yeah, I agree too. It's funny because Billy and I laugh about this. It's like everyone in town gives him crap and says how awful he is, but he's saved Abigail. He's done so much, and I've slept with my girlfriend's mother, and and I'm praised.
Yeah.
I don't know.
JJ can do no wrong.
I think it's because he's a Demerara.
Yeah, it's the name.
It's Demerara, the name.
Yeah.
I think that's really what's tied to it because that goes back years and years.
Yeah.
So
that's
it's kind of in the blood.
He's a Demerara, but it's a good Demerara. It's like Lexi and other nice Demeras, but not
nice. Yeah, like Lexi. Yeah.
Oh, Lexi.
I will tell you right now that our relationship now has turned into something that I actually like more so than
where it was.
Yeah, where it was.
Okay. Yeah. Good.
Ooh, I can't wait to watch.
And my relationship with Billy is very much the same.
Oh my god. Go ahead, Christian.
Oh yeah. So with the Ben storyline coming to a close, I still think that Abigail is still not over the fact that she sees Ben, the always ghost.
Yeah.
Where do you think, in which area we think that JJ will have to get his revenge against Ben? Because he was at his bedside on one episode, and he was threatening him.
Oh yeah. Remember in those scenes, I had all kinds of ideas about where I wanted that to go.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's not resolved at all. I'll tell you that.
Okay.
It's not resolved because I
wish.
Go ahead.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Okay. So I wish he had his revenge against Ben because Ben was very mean to both Paige and to Abigail.
To my sister and to my girlfriend.
Yeah.
That deserves a lot more. I feel like that's unresolved. Yeah.
Well, you know, a lot of things happen off camera, so maybe you got your revenge off camera.
I'd like to see it.
Flashback. No.
I wanted to watch him. Every time I see Ben, I'm like, oh, if I was on the TV show, I would like.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
Well, one question for Paige. If she was still alive, how will her relationship with her new sister Gabby would be like, and the Hernandez family? What do you think it would be like if she was still alive?
Oh,
with my family?
What would your relationship be like with Gabby and
with Gabby
and that side of the family?
If she was dating,
Still alive.
if I was alive and she was dating him, not good.
Angry Paige.
Angry Paige. Definitely angry Paige. He'd like Paige with a red face, you know, and a pitchfork.
I love that angry Paige always carries a pitchfork.
Yeah. I know. I love that.
I love that.
Steam coming out.
Competition between those two.
Well, thank you, Christian, for calling in, thank you for your support. And keep watching because after this, we have a full recap of Days of Our Lives coming up every Sunday at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
I can't wait. I always watch it online on YouTube every time.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right. So before we have to close out because we're running out of time or have run out of time, two things. One, if you could give a shout out to Willa, who is a viewer for the past 50 years.
She's watched
on the show
from the very beginning.
Yes. So if you can say hello to her.
Hi, Willa. Thanks for watching. Glad I finally get to give you a shout out.
And then Casey, if you could give a shout out to Anthony, who has been retweeting.
How come you didn't call?
I was looking.
Hello,
for
Anthony.
Come on, Anthony.
How come you didn't call?
We're right here. We're waiting.
That's my shout out.
I was looking in the chat room and I was like, is Anthony still in here? I tweeted him and everything. I don't know where he went, but I wanted to at least.
He's probably passed out. He's so excited.
I missed it.
Hello, Anthony. I was hoping to meet to you and speak to you personally over the phone, but I guess next time.
He can come to New Orleans.
Exactly. Yeah. So, November 5th and 6th.
That's right.
Yeah. Casey just said next time, which means that you'll be coming back.
Yeah.
I'd
like to do that.
We'll have to drag you in during Dishin Days so you can talk about the stuff that's happening now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
When that other stuff.
When the other stuff
yes,
happens.
When
we can talk about.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Well, unfortunately, that is our time.
Boo.
I know. We can keep talking, but then I think after a while, guests start wondering, like, are they going to let us go at any point in time? So we don't want them to feel like that. So, but thank you so much, True and Casey, for coming in and chatting about your time on Days and answering questions and all that. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
And of course, before we head out, where can they find you via social media?
Twitter and Instagram. It's one Casey Moss.
True.
Oh God. Okay, my Instagram's True for Life, and my Twitter's True O Brien, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just looked it up.
Yeah.
Sure, honey.
Yeah, just true.
Well, I was like, it's just my name, right? I'm like second guessing myself. Like, did I think of anything cool?
Did you just
or...
No, it's TRUE.
Oh yes, underscore. There's an underscore.
Yes.
So
there is
True
one.
underscore O'Brien. That's my cool thing. Yeah.
And Mark, where can they find you and your hair?
Find my hair on Twitter at Living for the Hair, and you can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Lorraine Love.
All right.
And the ever so handsome, talented co-host.
I already gave mine.
Well, I don't have hair, so it doesn't have an Instagram or Twitter, but you can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Matthew E. Paine.
And of course, you guys can find me on all social media platforms at Lounging with Tony or my website, loungingwithtony.com. But don't go anywhere because right after this, we have a full recap of this week's episodes of Days of Our Lives coming up on AfterBuzz TV's Dishin Days. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll see you in just a few minutes. Bye, y'all.
Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.